Yeah, anyway, I started playing weekends and stuff in Sudbury, and then we went on the road in '86 or so, uh, 85 or so. Actually, I'll have some pictures of that. This is the first band I was in. You can tell by the hair it was, it's me on the right. If you can imagine that, when I had hair. And some of these guys are still playing a little bit. Some of them aren't. This was a band called Victim. So this was actually taken in New York. And that week when we were in New York, I actually bought this guitar there. It had a different neck and everything, and I got it at a store called Manny's Music Store. And it's not even there anymore. It's all boarded up when I was doing the ship. I went by the store, it's all boarded up, and it's got bought out by Sam Ash, which is just in another place. But so that's kind of how I got started with that kind of thing. And I played with those guys until about 1986, and then I left. I joined an AC/DC band called The Warning. It would have been early '87, and we went on the road and everything. We got some good friends here tonight. Hey, buddy.
What's up, brother?
How you doing? So yeah, I moved to Toronto and kind of did the day job thing, working all week and playing on the weekends and stuff, and it's quite grueling, and it's really hard to do. And it was then I decided to give that up and just concentrate on playing full time and everything like that. And went on the road with a band called Scarlet for a couple of years. I think I have a picture of that. Where is it here? Yeah, more hair. You can see. That's me on the left. This would have been 1990. So that band went for a couple of years until 1992, and I ended up getting sick and with pneumonia.
You got a test for it again?
Yeah, we're gonna just try this again here.
Shouldn't be going through the PC hole.
So at that point I got a little tired of the road, and I just started getting interested in different things, and kind of got interested in jazz. I remember doing with that Scarlet band, we did a little demo, and I remember showing up at the demo, and we were just doing like 80s rock stuff. Stuff like that, and the producer guy was a jazz guy, and he played something. I can't remember what he played, but it was like my head exploded. I was like, "What is that?" Right? So it's just like I gotta learn how to do that. Do we have sound happening? No?
Not right now.
I don't know what happened. Oh yeah? Should have tried again?
Sounds like it's coming out from the back there. It's coming out from the projector.
The audio comes through the VGA cable?
Try now.
Let's try this again. My volume's up here.
You know.
So anyway, getting back to that, I was in the studio. We're doing this demo, and I saw this guy play. His name is John Pelosi. He plays with a band called The Code, and the drummer is Paul DeLong from Kim Mitchell days and stuff like that, who's just a monster drummer and stuff like that. But I just remember seeing him play. I was like, wow, what are you doing? I need to learn that. And he's like, well, you can't really learn in half an hour, you gotta take some lessons with me, and maybe go to Humber College or something like that. So I decided to do that, and that would have been that was 1992. It took me a couple of years to decide to go. So I started in '94. I studied with him for probably around 4 or 5 months just to get ready for the Humber thing. So and then I'll go over that. I have a sheet with all the stuff that you need to learn just to get in there. So I did that for a while, and you know, I got in, which was great. And then it was around '95. I started teaching at a store in Etobicoke called Chaos Music, and I did that up until 2010. I graduated from Humber in '98, so I just remember like I just stopped playing rock and roll altogether and just studied jazz. You know, I had my head deep inside my books and just learning and practicing all day and stuff. So it took a lot of effort. You know, I had a couple jazz trios and stuff like that. We actually used to play at the Loblaws and things like that. Just you know, they were paying for live jazz trios and stuff back then. You know, and then in the 2000s, I started working with some corporate bands, and I started working at a place called Stage West. It was a dinner theater place, and that's how I got introduced into musicals and that kind of thing. So I started subbing there for a friend of mine, a guy named Darren Poirier, who is actually playing Kinky Boots right now because the regular guy's gone away. So Darren was the full-time guy there, and he was subbing for Tony Zorzi, who was another teacher of mine, and he got asked to do the road production of Mamma Mia. So he went away, and then I ended up getting the Stage West gig, and I did that for about 4 years. So we did all kinds of music. We did like Fiddler on the Roof and Chorus Line and a thing called British Invasion, which was like a review show with dancing and stuff like that. And we did The Wedding Singer in 2010, and I don't know, whatever other musical you can think of. I think that's it, Kevin. You got the bass going. There we go. Looks like we got it. So I'm going to go back here. I'll get back to the Stage West thing in a minute. So this is the video from, my friend Andre did this. This is from Rock of Ages on the Ship. Let's see if I can play along here. Hopefully it won't be too loud. But this is kind of the opening of the show.
Thank you, and enjoy having your face melted.
By the end of the show. That's right. Norwegian Cruise Line took you up. We're going back to a sexier time. The Reagan era. See what I mean? Yeah! Rockin' steady, your daddy is carving on the stereo. Take a part, that's alright. Yeah! Man, back in our day, if a guy had a dream of fish a snack and a decent amount of hair, there was no place else to be. Yeah, no shit. Like you, strong woman. Of course, let's be honest. For every trillion that rolls down, only like 4 ever really make it. Oh, but you will, dude. I know it. Now this down and down, I can pay my way, I can pay
That's a little bit of the opening of the show. So it's a lot of fun. It's a whole big 80s kind of thing, and it's a whole story, and it's just it's a lot of fun. So yeah, it's a 6-month contract, and you know, it sails out of New York City and goes to we go to Bermuda in the summer, and when I go back in March, we're doing Florida and Bahamas. So. But anyway, getting back to where I was before, so the reason why I kind of got on that gig in the first place was I was doing a lot of shows at Stage West, so I was talking about it was a dinner theater place in Mississauga, and one of the actors there, I remember we were doing a show called, it was called One Hit Wonders. It would have been 2008. One of the actors, a guy named Aaron Walpole, who is friends with some people I know here, he said, we're doing this show called One Hit Wonders. He says, "Yeah, I'm auditioning for this Rock of Ages thing. It's a Mervish thing downtown." I'm like, "What's that?" You know? He says, "It's kind of like We Will Rock You, but it's all 80s stuff. It's like Journey and Foreigner and, you know, Night Range." I'm like, I know how to play all that stuff. I should try to get in on that. You know, I could probably pull it off. He's like, "Yeah, you know, I'll talk to the music director," and you know, a lot of other people I knew were kind of doing it already. So I did. The music director was a guy named Bob Foster. Who's a great musician, and you might know him through Jan Arden. He wrote a lot of songs with Jan Arden and won a couple Juno Awards with her. He wrote a song called Good Mother with her, which is a really big hit with her, and he's been doing a lot of theater stuff in the last 20 years or so. So when he got me on as a sub, they already had Tristan doing the main thing, so I got on as a sub and did about 20 shows with that, and that's how I got associated with doing it on the ship. So you know, that was in 2010 when we did the show downtown, and then I think it was 2013. The ship called me and asked if I could do the contract on the ship. I was doing some other things, and I got on in November 2013. I did one contract then. I did a second one just last year, and now I'm going to be going for my third one in about a week. So. That's where I'm at right now.
Cruise line?
It's called Norwegian Cruise Lines. Yeah. If you guys got any questions, please, you know, I encourage if you want to ask anything. Yeah, it's Norwegian Cruise Lines. Their main thing is out of Miami. They've got ships all over the world. They've got ships in the Mediterranean. They have stuff that goes to Hawaii, Alaska, lots in the Caribbean. There's about, I think, 5 ships that do the Caribbean. This one's called the Breakaway, and it's a big ship. It's 4,500 passengers and 1,600 crew, I think. Hang on a sec, I got a picture of it. It's big. Yeah. Okay. This is me when I got on the ship. So yeah, it's big. It's 16 decks. You can see there's all the decks there. This is me when I got on. The theater is actually right around the front here. These are the lifeboats here. This is in New York Harbor. So our cabins are right on the 7th deck, right around here somewhere. Can you guys see the pointer here, where I'm pointing?
Yeah.
This is the bridge right here. This is where the captain steers the ship. And you know, you think like a big,
How
Yes.
long would a contract like that last?
How long would a contract like that?
Yeah.
For the musicians, for all of us. Can you guys hear me okay now? Is that better?
Yeah.
Super, thanks. So our contract is 6 months. So what they do is they generally bring on cast, like the cast and the musicians and everything for 6 months. So what is the date today? It's March 3rd, I think, right? So I'm scheduled to go in Tampa on March 14th, and then we do rehearsals for about 2 weeks with the cast. And then they fly us out to the ship in Bahamas, and then we're going to be on until September.
So you're literally gone for half a year.
Pretty much, yeah. So I'll be gone. You guys won't see me till September. I'll probably be a little more tanned when I get back. So
How often would you play?
for Rock of Ages, we do 4 shows a week. Generally in Bermuda, we do 2 shows on the Tuesday. We sail into Bermuda in the morning. And then we do something called a tech run in the afternoon. It's just to run through the show to make sure all the lights and the sound and props and everything work. We just got to make sure everything's working properly. Like we're not actually rehearsing anymore. The rehearsal's done before in Tampa. So they call it a tech run, just to run the show and make sure everybody's hitting their lighting marks. There's actually spots on the stage where you guys saw earlier where everybody has to stand in certain spots for the show. Everything's all worked out. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Kevin. So it's called the tech run. We do that like Tuesday afternoon, and usually takes about 2 hours to get through that. And we stop and start if we have any tech issues or whatever. But then the show is at I think usually 6:30 at night, and then there's a 10 o'clock show on the Tuesday, and then Wednesday there's 1 show, and then Thursday there's 1 show. And then what happens after we finish the show on Thursday? There's technicians standing as soon as we play the last note of the show. Like. And then everybody leaves the theater. They're like, once everybody clears the theater, they run on stage and they tear the whole set apart, and they flip it around, because we do another show called Burn the Floor. It's a dance review show. It's like 5 couples, and we go through all kinds of music and stuff like that. They literally work through the night and put the new set up, and then the next day we do a little tech run for that show in the afternoon, and then we do 2 shows I think that night for Burn the Floor. And then we do that for 3 days, and then Sunday we sail into New York, and then we do something called the Welcome Aboard show. We do little parts from both shows, and they have some of the piano act. They come in, and it's like a little smorgasbord of buffet for all the entertainment for everybody. And that's on a Sunday, and then the Monday I think we do the Burn the Floor again, and then after Monday for that they flip the stage around, and then they put Rock of Ages back up. So there's always something happening like that. But so musicians and dancers and stuff, the contract 6 months. Like there's all kinds of jobs on the ship. There's people that are working in like the bartenders. There's people that work in the spa. If you want to go get your hair done. No, like
You're
our
talking other help.
yeah, other people on the ship. There's all kinds of jobs there. It's like a city at sea. There's security. There's fire. There's cooking in restaurants. Obviously 29 restaurants on this thing. It's massive. You can see it's pretty big. And some people have 9-month contracts. Some of the spa people that do, if you want to get your hair done, they're on for 9 months. Some people go for 3 weeks. There's all kinds of different lengths of contracts on that. But for the musicians and dancers, it's generally 6 months. So does that answer your question?
I was just curious, how heavy is your work schedule when you're
It's like, for us, it's pretty easy. I remember doing our timesheets. So we work like 24 hours for the whole week. Basically, it's kind of a joke. Sometimes actors are like, "Oh, we work so hard and stuff." Like, God, it's not even a 40-hour week. Come on, give it a break. But anyway, so Anyway, take that part out. It's pretty easy. We got lucky with that we don't have to do other duties. I know some musicians say during the night they play the